Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Do you think we should build an island between Iceland and Greenland, or do you think that they need like the? I guess that one little area there's not really. There's only like 5 blocks between the two.
We could build a walkway
Yeah,
or a bridge.
right. That's what I meant.
You didn't mean an island. I was.
Oh, did I say an island?
You said an island, and I was a little bit confused at where you're going with building an island between two islands. Because then we just get into, well, then should we build an island between the new island that we made and each of the islands?
I think we should build a tunnel underground between one of our islands and the main island,
Okay.
and like put like a railway in it, like old school Minecraft.
Do the water or the glass walls and stuff like you did before in season
that'd be
2?
cool. That'd be cool.
I think that would be pretty cool. It's not that far either.
No.
But how deep is the ocean is the question. Do we go under the ocean, or do we make it so you can, like, it's like an Elon Musk, I can see the tunnel?
Actually, if you did it where you could see the ocean, that'd be pretty cool, I think.
Now the question is, where do we go start harvesting sand from? Because we wouldn't want to do that from here.
Right. I've seen on the map that there is a desert. Someone's found a desert. There's a mesa too that's been found. So that would be the way to go.
Yeah, we'll have to see where that's located. So I guess we got a good plan for that. I'm afraid to leave this island right now, though, because I want these sheep to be able to still be breeding. There we got that. Hey, do you guys have a bag tax?
No, that's not a North Carolina thing.
Okay. So we implemented one a couple of years ago. There's a 5-cent bag tax in DC. And
Right.
what would you be upset if they implemented a bag tax?
No, I don't think that affects me really. And it's for a good reason. I understand the logic behind the bag tax.
So
So no.
I will tell you, I'm the same way. And the fact that it's 5 cents is, when I'm grocery shopping, I spend, let's say, $50. It's a small grocery shopping trip. $50 on groceries. And I get 5 bags. So I'm spending an extra 25 cents
Right.
on bags. And that's how I look at it, is it's like, it's super cheap. It doesn't really matter. I will tell you, everybody I go shopping with who goes to a U-Scan place or the self-checkout, if I'm the one in charge of the checkout, they always look at me baffled because I said I took X number of bags.
Right.
And they're always like, why don't you just say 0? And I'm like, why would I say 0? Well, because it saves you money. Everybody has this like idea that it's okay to just say.
That's like basically saying it's okay to steal a pack of gum.
Right, exactly. And and I don't think people look at it the same way at all. And I feel very much in the minority. And it's weird because especially it's at my fire department a lot. It's because we have to go out to, we get food from Safeway every, shift to go, because we get food cards from there, and we'll go buy our food for what we're going to cook. And everybody always gets pissed off at me because I hit the button that we took 2 bags. I'm like, dude, it's 10 cents. Like, what money are we really saving besides 10 cents? Like, what was that going to make a difference in our grocery shopping trip here on what we're going to eat tonight? That we had 10 extra cents worth of bag fees. And I'll tell you, it's really bad in the cafeteria at my hospital. People constantly ask for bags, and the cashiers are always like, that'll be 5 cents. And I've seen them get very, very pissed off. And I kind of get it if you're coming from Virginia, because you got to remember, DC is, between Virginia and Maryland. Maryland is the same thing. I'm not sure if Virginia does, so I'd get it if you're coming from one of those states and you didn't realize there was a a bag tax that it throws you off a little bit to be a little bit like, I got to give you 5 cents all of a sudden, like, because especially if you're at the cafeteria, they're not giving out bags to everybody who walks through the cafeteria line. So they finish their transaction, and then they're like, oh, I need a bag. And then they're like, that'll be 5 cents. And, you can't add it to the credit card receipt anymore because, you've already finished paying.
Right.
But I clearly have seen employees who work there, who know this, who always will wait until the transaction is over to ask for a bag. Because they're trying to get they're trying to get the person in. A lot of times you'll see the cashier just kind of like give up and just give them the bag because I don't think they want to deal with having an argument with somebody over 5 cents. They know that that's going to come. And it baffles me that people seem to really, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure that I don't pay this 5 cents for this bag. Like, fuck the man. I'm saving 5 cents. Fuck the man. Fuck the environment. Fuck climate change.
That's the thing. It's the environment that this is supposed to be helping. But with. I don't
understand. People don't really see it that way.
They should.
The people who are clearly trying to gyp the system clearly don't see it that way.
Right. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that they're just wrong.
Oh, I understand. I'll tell you, at McDonald's, I worked at McDonald's for many, many, many years of my life, and people would constantly there is we actually had a rule about it too. It was so weird. McNuggets. For a 4-piece, you got one sauce pack. Yeah, extra sauce packs, like what you're allowed to have. 4 pieces and 6 pieces, you're supposed to get 1 sauce packet. You're allowed to have 1 extra per policy for free. Anything over that, you have to charge for. So what people do in the drive-thru is they will wait till they get to the second window where they're getting their food, like the one after they've paid, and ask for more sauce packs. And our policy was to not hold up the line. You just comply, give them the sauce packs to keep the line moving.
Really?
People knew this. I don't know if it's everywhere. That's my particular McDonald's in my franchise had that rule back in the day, because we used to have, when you stop somebody and try to charge them for a sauce packet at that point and you're really holding with a line during lunch rush, it's not worth it. For the 15 cents or 20 cents or whatever you charge for a sauce packet, not worth it to delay all those people, lose out on that business. People would abuse that because they would learn that if I ask for it the second window, I'm going to get it for free. And when you work at McDonald's for long enough, you actually get some of the customers who would do this on a regular basis. You become friends with regulars, and they would tell you exactly what they were doing all the time. They tell you the things that they were getting away with from your restaurant. And it's so funny because I used to live completely on the poor college student clause. I'm allowed to download music illegally. I'm allowed to pirate software illegally because I'm a poor college student. Maybe it's because I'm older now, and but I find when I was back in the day, I try to get away with free stuff from fast food restaurants. Sure, I remember friends in high school used to talk about trying to the one McDonald's that they used to get away with it multiple times that they would go to they'd order, they'd drive past the first window where they knew they had to pay, just straight up to the second window, and if somebody came out and said, oh, you're supposed to stop there, we need the money, they'd be like, oh, and act like they didn't know it any better. But sometimes the person would just be fast and hand them the food and not pay attention to the fact that they hadn't paid it the last window. Yeah.
Huh. Never tried that.
So people try things like that all the time, and they would brag about I got away with it today, or oh, they caught me. I had to pretend I didn't know what I was doing. This and that. And when you're in high school, when you're in college, and you're broke, it almost makes you feel like it's okay. Maybe it's because I'm older now and I have a job, and I realize it's the stupidity and all that stuff. But I see people with jobs that are getting decent pay who are trying to get away with the 5-cent bag. And it baffles me.
I started watching the show on Netflix.
Is it called the 5-cent bag theft?
No, but it's about these people that go to prison. It's called First and Last Day or something like that.
Okay.
First and Last, maybe what it's called. It's about their first day in prison, their last day in prison.
The same person?
No, different people. So every episode, there's a handful of people who it's their first day and a handful of people that's their last day. So you don't get to know much about them. It's not like you follow these people for months or anything like that. And it kind of gives you a wrap up at the end, 6 months later, this person's still, doing well. Or
this person got
they're back in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dead now. So it kind of does that. But what's interesting to me is some of the stupid ass things people are getting locked up over. Like when I'm watching this show, like, wow, you're going to jail for that? Like, I don't know. It's kind of reminding me with the shit you're talking about, where like people do these little petty things that are technically against the law, like even like the stealing the damn 10 cents worth of bags. I mean, that's still theft. It's the same as stealing a pack of gum.
There was, what show was it on Netflix I was watching? It's not the same one that you're talking about, but it was a prison documentary show, and it was kind of very strange to see, similar but different. But there was like murderers in for 10 years, and then there was a guy on his second drug possession charge who was there for 20, and I'm like, but what?
Right.
What? Like that guy had drugs on him, and he's in for 20 years now because it was a second offense. That dude killed somebody, and he's got half the time.
Yeah, there was one girl that was in there for 90 days for violating probation when she had been caught with like a minuscule amount of marijuana, like basically a roach, and so she got put on probation for that, and then her second offense was something real silly. It wasn't even like she didn't even like. It was like loitering or something like that. But since she was on probation, she got 90 days in prison. It's like 90 fucking days in prison. Yeah, loitering. It was like it was bizarre. Like, but she was on probation, so therefore, I don't know. It just kind of blew my mind. Like, I don't know. I mean, there was one guy that I don't know why I'm getting this bad zone now. It's the thing. I started Googling, like trying to understand how the system even works. But basically, he lost his job, and he owed $2,000 a month in child support, which to me is just like
$2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month.
What was his job?
Right? He was exterminating. Apparently,
he lost it. I want to apply for it now.
Right? He was an exterminator. Apparently, I don't know what the hell he was exterminating, like humans. So yeah, lost his job. And so he got 3 months behind on child support, and the lawyer, I mean, the judge said you got 30 days to pay it, or we're gonna lock you up. And so they locked him up. And now his bond is his back child support. So until he pays his back child support, he could not get out of prison. He spent 60 days in prison before finally his brother helped him sell his home so he could pay his back child support to get out of prison. But the motherfucker, he's going back. He ain't got a home now. He's homeless.
I was gonna say, so what happens in that case though? You put somebody in jail because they owe money. Which means they can't make money to pay the money that they owe.
That's what I didn't understand. I spent like an hour on Google trying to understand. Like, apparently, with enough time, you can petition to get the amount removed. But you're still going to spend this much time. Like, your life is ruined at this point. Like,
instead of wasting the taxpayers, instead of paying the taxpayers dollars on that too, I just put the tax money toward paying that back child support, and then making that person work like a work release program. Paying it back, like something contributing to society, as opposed to you live in a jail that we are now paying for your shelter and your food and all that stuff for.
Right. Well, a lot of these prisons are for profit anyways. It's not even a taxpayer thing.
True.
The one that's following is like one of the biggest in the nation. It's in Georgia. One of the largest
for-profit prisons.
Which is funny. I mean, how I feel dirty even watching the show because I'm figuring they're making even more money by the production of this television show.
Oh God, probably.
There's this one woman that got locked up, and she rents rooms in her house. Her and her husband rent rooms, and there's multiple people that in the show get locked up for battery or something like that. And it's like it's just wild because I never guess So, like, I grew up and there was domestic abuse. My mom was getting her ass kicked, but she wouldn't do anything about it, basically. Mm-hmm. But, like, a lot of these people are like, the woman gets her ass kicked, she calls the police, and then whenever the police get there, the guy's like, yeah, man, she's crazy. She hit me, and then she goes to jail. And this happened to my mom once with another man she dated after I was long moved out. She called me up one time. She was in jail, and I was like, what the fuck you doing in jail? And because she'd never been locked up for nothing. And she's like, got in a fight with, I don't even remember his name. I think it was Don or some shit like that. And I called the police. And when he got there, he said I was hitting him. So they locked me up. It's like, what? But that happened several times on the show. But there was this one crazy one where this woman was renting a room to a guy. And she wanted him out because he hadn't paid his rent in 3 months. And she wanted him out. And so he wouldn't leave. So she called the police. And the police got there and was like, well, you have to do an official eviction process. And she went in his room while the police were there, And he comes running out saying, she's hitting me, she's hitting me. So they lock this. I mean, this is an old woman. She didn't have no damn clothes on. She's wearing bathrobe. Like she's in her 60s or some shit like this. Like it was just, I don't know, it was just crazy to me.
So, you know, but at the same time, I do like the fact that it's not. We're no longer living in a society where it's just because you're the man, you're clearly the one that was doing things wrong.
But it just blows my mind that like we're just throwing people in jail. I mean, so this woman gets out. She only spends like 72 hours there. She gets out eventually after all the bullshit, and you know, in the follow up, like she files charges against the other guy, and he's the one that ends up going to jail in the long run and all this. But it's just crazy to me that someone that age can get thrown. I mean, there should be like some other process that happens before we're just throwing people in jail for, even if it is only 72 hours. Like at that age, you ain't ready to spend 72 hours in jail, especially if you ain't got no damn clothes on.
I can't even imagine like what. There's people like I've had friends that have gone to jail, not prison, never long term, but I've had friends that have gone to jail for, you know, sometimes locked up overnight because they got a DUI, or locked up when one of my buddies got hit for like 45 or 60 days or something like that due to some.
That's so long.
Well, it seems like a very long time, but 45 or 60 days is nothing in like the grand scheme of people who are in like prison. But still,
right.
I can't even imagine what it would be like. But those frequent like flyers, especially when you watch those documentaries, it's so weird because those frequent flyers are just like, yeah, it's like right when I got here, I started like, I realized I had to get my hustle business going, so started working on, you know, this. And it's like, wow, you're just so knowing how jail works that you already know that day one you're starting to hustle to do something to make you some type of popularity. I would be in there going, don't cry because I don't want to get my ass kicked, but I don't know. And don't even like, if I went to jail, it would suck and I would be very upset if I was going to jail or to prison for some odd reason. But let's hope that I wouldn't go in there and cry because, oh my God, I'm in prison. Like, though, that would suck.
Shit, I probably would.
I would probably cry because I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Like, just getting thrown into a situation where you no longer are in any control at all anymore. I think that would be worse for me than the thought of just being in jail for, you know, even like say this the rest of my life. Yeah, that would suck, but I think it would be the concept of not knowing what I was in for. Granted, once I realized what the day-to-day life was like and what my life would be like, then I would probably be very upset about being in jail for the rest of my life, of course. Or prison. I keep saying jail, it's prison. If you're there for longer than a year, it's prison.
Right.
But yeah, I think that the beginning I would be, if I was locked up, if you locked me up for a week, I would probably be wanting to cry just because I didn't know what the hell was happening. And by the time I finally understood what was happening, it'd be time to
go. I can't imagine spending like even overnight in a place like that. I don't know.
Do you know the guy who did the 30-day eat nothing but McDonald's?
Yeah, Morgan.
Yeah,
Spurlock?
When he did his show, and one of them was he went to jail for 30 days. I didn't actually see that set of his TV show.
I probably did, just because I watched all of his stuff.
Do you think he went to a real jail?
I don't remember now. I swear I've seen this though. He probably went to one of the lower tier.
But you think it was a real, I am in the mix of a real jail. I am doing everything the inmates are doing for 30 days.
He did a lot of stuff he did was very serious. I believe he would do it.
I just can't imagine that somebody is just going to be like, sure, come on
in. You mean like at the jail?
Yeah.
I bet they have stuff like that happen sometimes.
I mean, that can be our next video series.
I ain't.
We're just go to jail for a while.
You're just gonna go to jail for a while.
Yeah. Be like, guys, I want to come into your jail on one condition. We can bring video cameras. We can have confessionals. We have our own rooms. We have good meals. We basically have free range.
He got that.
He what?
I don't think he got all that.
Well, that's what I want. I never saw it, so I don't want to bash it, but I just questioned if they really.
I don't remember now. I wish I could, but I definitely have seen exactly what you're talking about. But I've seen other, there's some other people that have done this sort of thing. So this is not a new thing, and I bet they do get treated a little bit differently in multiple ways. I bet that you have the people kind of like not the inmates, but possibly even the inmates, but the guards even playing stuff up to some degree, like, "Hey, you, what you doing?" You know, kind of like, even though they know it's just, you know what I'm saying? They know you're not a criminal.
Do you think so? I
bet so.
Or you think the guards are actually like leaving you alone because they know you're not a criminal, so you're not somebody that they're focused on?
I mean, I don't think they're serious about it when they're like, "Hey, you, what you doing?" But I think like they might play that
Time
up
for the
more.
rectal search.
I dyed 2 of those sheep up there red.
Oh, did you? I was gonna say I was just getting a red dye. I just finally got 2 of them.
There's a whole sea of poppies over there on the other side of this island.
I wanted to get my own because I'm just that kind of guy.
Right, free range.
Yeah, free range. This is not about stealing other seeds. Cornflower. That's one of the new flowers.
Huh, I don't know about that one.
Azure Bluette is a very white flower, which is weird because both azure. What? Azure blue. Azure Bluette is gray dye.
Huh. I mean, that's probably like a real thing.
But azure means blue, and bluette is blue with a T. So, I mean, not really sure what this is supposed to mean here.
All right. We have a lot more white.
Oh, what were there? Were there drawers or something now that we can make?
There's barrels.
Barrels. That's it. Barrels. How do you make a barrel? Barrel. It's just got some planks. I want to do some of these because I want to see what they're like.
I think the recipe's the same as it was in modded. Planks on each side and then slabs on the top.
That is what it seems to be. Actually, it's planks on their top and bottom.
Oh, what's on the left or right then?
It's planks. Sorry, it's slabs on the top and bottom, and
yeah, that's what I said. And then planks on the left or right.
Sure, if that's what you said.
That is what I said.
I don't remember now. I heard it the other way. So I made a barrel.
They don't do anything different in the chest, though.
Well, I'm wondering if they can stack vertically, right?
Maybe. No.
No. Why did I think they could stack in some way?
I don't know.
Did they click them together? Hold on, let me...
I don't think so. I think they are just what they are.
And what do people keep saying about right-clicking in my inventory pulls everything that I have?
No, what they're talking about, Jeff, is put that in your inventory.
Okay.
And then this has been the game since creative. No, but don't have it in your hand.
Okay.
Middle mouse click on that. It'll put it in your hand.
On what?
The barrel. Don't have the barrel in your hand.
Oh, that's all they meant?
That's
Everybody keeps like giving me like they keep saying, "Oh, so it does pull it from my inventory even if it's not in my
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
That's been in the game since like creative. It wasn't always available
in
survival. It was a creative only thing.
So
people are always like, "Goo doesn't even know about this." But the thing is, it's always been in creative, not survival.
Yeah, I didn't realize they meant to click really on the block. I thought they meant to click on the stack that you had in your hand, and it will pull the rest of it in to fill up the stack. So now I get it.
No.
Now, if I run out of stone because I put a bunch of stone down, and then I right click or middle click on the stone, it'll pull it from my inventory. I get it now.
It's not really as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Though
it is a little time saving, convenient.
It is.
I can see
I'm
some.
not saying it's not, but people act like I don't know. They discovered Jesus Christ or something.
Well, they act like we're the idiots because we don't know about all these things that we should know about at all times. Yeah,
I mean, even if I know about something, doesn't mean I always use it. That's the other thing.
I thought these barrels really stacked to make double chests or something like that. Like
no, if you want to do that, make a chest.
Well, I know vertically though.
Mm-mm.
Yep, you're right. It's just no. I know that now.
Mm-hmm,
Well, these are our headboards.
I don't know what the point of the barrels are. To be honest.
To just look different.
I guess. Maybe they'll have a use. Wait, put something in it. Does it? No, that wouldn't work. There's no way it's gonna work like a shulker box.
Nope.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Hold on. There, we have headboards. How's that?
Cool.
We can store our nightly things in here.
Our nightly things.
Nightly things. I don't know. What else do you put in your barrel that you keep at the top of your bed? I would like
your
to know.
headboard. Is your headboard one that's got like bookshelves and shit in
My
it?
headboard's a barrel.
No, I mean in real life.
No, it is not. My old, when I was growing up and had a water bed because I was a cool kid, you know. That was, but I've never had anything since like that. For the most part, I've never had a headboard. My wife had bought a bed when we moved into our last place that did have one, and then we bought the bed that we upgraded to a king size bed, and it was the one that was in our house before we bought it, and it has a headboard. I guess the one we had bought that was in the room that you slept in had like a chintzier headboard. Like it was it's just literally a headboard is all it is. It's not even like fancy looking. It's just a headboard. But we haven't taken it apart because we just have the mattresses on the floor because that's Jack's room now. We don't want it high off the floor.
I see. Makes sense.
But for most of my life, I've just had a box spring or an IKEA like flat part and no headboards of any type.
Right.
Which kind of works out well because a lot of times the headboard, it just blocks something that's behind you. You can easily put up like a poster or whatever. Like there's no real point of a headboard. When you have sex, the headboard like bounces and smacks into the wall if your bed's not secured together.
That's true.
So what's the point?
Yeah, screw your bed in better though, to the frame.
But sometimes it's just a matter of it's older or they don't like the one that you were sleeping in didn't even have screws. It was a completely screwless frame.
Huh? So if I'd had sex, it would just fall apart?
Probably. I mean, it would have probably exploded. That's what happens. Like if screwless frames just explode.
If you invited someone to your house and they just like hooked up with someone, that'd be pretty weird, right?
I mean, if you didn't bring somebody, because we had a party.
Like, well, yeah.
So
So that
had you
wouldn't have
hooked
been
up-
weird if I had met someone at your party, and I just like brought them back to
Define
the room in your house.
Weird. So no, because it was people we know that are there. No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Huh. See, I would have thought that would have been weird. If I had a party at my house and I had a friend like that come out of state to hang out and like he hooked up with one of my friends and they like stayed the night at my house, I don't know. I'd be like, wow, that was weird.
I've lived in a fraternity for a long time. I'm used to
I wonder how Julia would have felt about it.
weird
if I just-
things. I guess it probably depends on which friend, because most of the people that were there were her.
Oh
friends.
man, that like I didn't think of that politics would come into it too.
Yeah. Well, because if it was a friend that like was in a relationship with somebody or was married to somebody, she probably would not be too happy.
Well, I would try not to do that.
So as I said, it
That's
depends
too
on
much
which
drama
friend.
for me.
Yeah, it depends on which friend. So,
The crazy one that slapped me.
actually, she would have probably been like, typical Nancy.
Wow. Right when she slapped me, I just grabbed her hand and been like, "That's my fed."
That's my
Carried her off.
Yeah, you know how to turn me on. And you guys whisk away upstairs. That would have actually been hilarious. We would have both thought that was really funny. She was known back, and it sounds so bad, but it's like I don't really care. Like nobody really cares. Before she's been in a serious relationship with some guy now for like multiple years, but before that, she was very well known for hooking up with random people at any place. Like she was very much and not ashamed of it either, which is why it's like okay, like she slept with whoever she wanted to sleep with and she didn't give a shit like what you thought about it.
Right.
I only see one red sheep around. Where's this other red sheep?
So that's the thing. I just died a second one because I had died two up there, and one of them is just I don't know where one of them went. I died a second one.
He was way over on the back side of the mountain here.
So you see three now?
Well, no, I still only see two, but
because I died another because I couldn't find the second of the two.
I still do only see two. I just bred them together so they have a baby, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because you can't do the red and the white because they'll make pink, right? Or is it a chance that they make pink?
I don't actually know. I don't know if they'll make pink or if they'll make a red or white. It might be any of those three combinations, honestly. Babs has died 32 times.
That is a lot of time. Granted, I don't know what she's gone through. Could be one of those death loops that you get stuck when you die and you wake up in a bed next to a bunch of zombies.
That's true.
I feel like I've bred a bunch of these sheep, and
There's a lot of sheep over there.
I just don't feel like I see as many as I think that I should see.
I'm sorry.
I guess they're all breedable again though, so I just bred a bunch more. Yeah, this is really gonna be like that Japanese rabbit island, but for all the animals. It's just gonna be so compacted with animals that in a real life situation they'd all die of starvation.
Right. I had a cow island like that in one of our seasons.
We saw a chicken pen like that when we were doing our server tour.
That's true.
So I know you've been coming over. Have you been actually transporting the wool over there?
I am now for the first time.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I don't see much from here, so I don't know how much we'll actually need for like even a base layer of this. What is it gonna take? I see a small structure going up as we speak. I wonder if we should build like a ship underneath.
There is a shipwreck right off of here, so that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
We could light it up more.
Oh, that should think when you circle the stairs down, it should go down to maybe a little dock that we make.
That's a good idea. I've circled the stairs down now, by the way.
Oh, I want to come over there and see it then.
Maybe this should go.
Yeah, there's a shipwreck like literally right here.
Wait, there's one over there too?
There's one right. Hold on. I'll tell you where it's at. I think there's a bunch of them around here.
Yeah, there's several shipwrecks right here. That's actually really cool.
I wonder if they've all been searched. Like, so there's one. Is this the one you were talking about? Because
no, that's not even the one I was talking about.
I wonder if it's been searched. I don't know if I.
The one I'm talking about. So you're at that one. Can you see me up here?
It's got an empty chest in it, so must have been searched.
There's an animal coming for you.
An animal? Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Do you see where I'm shooting?
Yes. Oh, I thought you were shooting at the animal that was coming for me. Oh, that's where he came from there. Oh, I don't have my bow.
No, well, further. No, further out, Jeff.
The direction I'm going?
More to your right. Turn right.
Oh.
And now the direction you're going. You see it?
Yeah, I see it. That's closer to the main island.
Oh, is it? I guess we can see the main island from up here, actually. Huh, I didn't realize we were that close.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a wreck either. It's a, that's where that Silk Touch villager is or whatever.
That gave him a little home underwater?
Yeah.
Oh. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm down here with him, or I see him. Let me see. He does. Amazingly, he can breathe. I guess it's not Silk Touch at all, but he's got suspicious stews, golden carrots. What's that suspicious stew?
I don't know. It sounds suspicious.
22 carrots. He gets an emerald. He's been used up though. 4 watermelon. Man, people have used up all his good trades for sure. Beetroot is the only one that's available still. Oh my god. I just got forced into a nether portal that was under the water. That was the weirdest thing I have ever seen. That takes me to OMG Shaz. Somehow there's a nether portal down there, and I tried to go up out of the house, but it forced me into this like side room, and pistons pushed me into a nether portal.
Huh.
But when you go, it's like OMG Chad's another portal it pushes you into. I don't know if it's like the easy way to escape or what, but that was really weird though.
I'm not sure how this is gonna look. I'm just gonna do it for now, and we can decide later if we hate it.
You mean the stairs or the lighthouse itself?
The lighthouse.
Okay.
I've already done the stairs, actually.
That's originally what I came over to look at, and then got distracted with all those shipwrecks. Even though there's really only one shipwreck. Coming from the back of it, it looks like a box.
Yeah. I don't have enough red wool to... Yeah, something to play with and kind of decide how it looks.
There. Okay, I am back. Stairs.
All right.
There's your stairs. Stone stairs? Where'd they come from?
It's over here.
We need to get some definition on the stairs so they stand out in the... I almost think they should be wood.
Okay.
Just so they stand out against the stone.
Right. Yeah. You're probably right.
But yeah, that shipwreck, quote unquote, is definitely that villager thing. And yeah, that's the main land right there that you can see.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're a lot closer than it feels like.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to do a spiral around this. And should it be wider at the bottom?
It should be wider at the bottom and kind of taper.
Yeah, that's how they normally are, aren't they?
But I say that from a visual look of knowing what lighthouses look like. I have no idea how to transform that into Minecraft.
The ones I've seen in Minecraft normally do taper, like you said. We don't have a lot of room up here, though.
It's okay. You can see the sun rising through the ocean floor.
Typical Minecraft. Do you have a torch?
Yes.
Throw one down up here somewhere. I don't know what I did with the one it was lighting at the center of this island. All right, well, we should probably end here. I think by next episode we should be able to gather enough wool. I might get on and try to gather some wool and stuff in between episodes so we have resources to just build with. But yeah, I think we're making progress.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.